Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. This is Vibes of the Villages, Florida. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. This is another rambling. As you can see today, we are 58 degrees, pouring rain once again. Nothing new around here up in Jersey. And 620, so looks like the new May has turned into April showers, and we're gonna have rain for the next who knows what. We've seen the sun maybe a couple times since we've been back this last month from our vacation in the Villages, and boy, it's coming down in buckets here, cats and dogs. Like I said, hope everybody, thank you so much for everyone, over 500 subscribers, greatly appreciate you. Thank you to everyone. Really can't thank you enough. Everybody that's commenting, so many awesome, beautiful and wonderful, amazing people, either in the Villages already or from around the country and the world that are commenting. Really great discussions and commenters. My bad for not really giving specific shout outs. I'll have to get to that, but you know who you are. You guys are awesome, amazing. A lot of great people that consistently comment and stuff, and really appreciate that. So I hope you're doing well. I got my cup of coffee, and in one of my videos I had mentioned when the boss is ready, the boss Victoria, my beautiful wife, when the boss is ready to set up another round 2 to the Villages, we'll get back at you and give you some information. It looks like we're in the planning stages now of getting back down to the Villages. We got that, drank that bucket of Kool-Aid down there. Met so many amazing people, and we're looking forward to getting back down there and checking out the sights and sounds and seeing different things that we didn't. Attending some more open houses and looking at different verandas. So stay tuned for that announcement. Maybe might be coming sooner than later, but we're in the planning stages and see how that all unfolds. Got a couple different moving parts and everything. So we were looking at the calendar of events over there in the Villages, and one thing that piqued our interest is on July 4th, you have the All-American Celebration there down at Brownwood Paddock Square. Looks like that's an amazing time. Let me know if you guys have been there before. I think I've seen some videos on YouTube about it, not too many, but that looks like it's an amazing an event, celebration. Looks like they have they have a band going, they have the Villages cheerleaders, they got the stilt walkers, all the arts and crafts and all that stuff, and they have the arts and crafts festival going on during the day. So looks like it's a whole day of events, and looks like that would be something that would be really fun to experience. A lot of people, I'm sure, are out there. Some of the eateries will give out samples of, maybe they'll give a little scoopful samples there, and be in the blazing heat in July. That's one of the things we love to experience, is the blazing heat in the summer. That would be awesome. Check it out. I mean, up here in July it's pretty hot. Looks like down there now you're going to have the 90s coming up, 90 degrees and sunny. So, and looks like you guys just had some rain down there, so that was good. We could give you some of our rain. I mean, geez, we've had rain every single day almost since we've been back. It's been not too many nice days. Not too many nice days up here, but that's one of the things that you really got to give it to the Villages. Your amenity fee, which is included for all these events you can go attend, all that nightly music, this 4th of July celebration. I'm sure you'll have things in Labor Day, You got your Christmas celebrations, all your other holiday celebrations around that time. So that's one of the things they really go all out. And then, down the road with Eastport opening up, that's going to be amazing, man, to see maybe they'll have a farmer's market down there, they'll have the different festivals down there also. Or I wonder if they'll keep them in Brownwood and Lake Sumter. I guess that'll be interesting to see. Would they bring, these types of 4th of July celebrations down there too also? I'm assuming they'd have some type of things down in Eastport. But, boy, this is some heavy rain here. And yeah, that'll be interesting to see. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have some information coming up, planning stages, getting another trip in. I know one thing's for sure, man, I was looking through my footage and I had footage of, I'm so upset. I don't know what happened, but I will get it to you guys next time. I apologize. I had a beautiful video collage of the, the Eisenhower Rec Center. Oh, man, that place is beautiful. I got to really give it to the Villages. Amazing. And I don't know what happened with it. I know it was like, I was taking so much footage. My phone it's a Samsung 24, so I have 256 megabytes on that. That was filled up. My Google account has 200 megabytes. That was filled up. So in one of the videos, me and my wife are going by the CVS, and she's like, do you need another one of those zip drives? I bought 2 zip drives, but the CVS only had 64 megabytes, so that was my fault. I was looking on Amazon, and there's one for $89.99, and it's got, I think, a terabyte or 2 terabyte. That's what I should have went with. That's my fault, but like I said, we haven't been on vacation. We've been working our tails off for the last decade, and so now we're, what we said, we're treating ourselves, coming towards the end, towards retirement. We put in a lot of our time and, and doing in our fields and stuff and doing what we do. But that's one thing. I was even looking last night on Google. You could get unlimited storage for like $9.99 a month for the first 3 months. So I can just do that instead of bringing my laptop and transferring it to the laptop or transferring it to the tower. I'll just get I'll probably just upgrade with the Google. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Once again, it's an Android S24. And I lost that footage. I don't know. I must have deleted it. It's amazing that I did that. But that's such a beautiful place. Eisenhower, with all the military services and stuff and all that. The room, such a beautiful, amazing. I mean, that place is the price of admission just on its own. I mean, like I talked about before, these rec centers are not your rec centers. Where we grew up, the rec centers, the ceilings are falling apart, the bathrooms didn't work. They had a basketball gym where you play basketball, and that's about it. And even then, you had a little weight room, you had to pay for it. You had to pay like $20, $30 a month. So I don't know where anybody could complain or not, I mean, if you're not taking full advantage of the rec centers, the pools, the trails, the fennies, all kinds of stuff like that, the sawgrasses, the brownwoods, Lake Sumter, that's on you. I mean, gee, come on now. I mean, there's only so much, I'm not, saying like, everything's perfect, but I mean, that's not even drinking the Kool-Aid. I mean, everything's so clean, and it's like, I can't imagine, oh, maybe it's where you live. Maybe where you lived previously, you lived in a 5-star resort and, it was crystal clear and you had the best neighbors ever, but, in a good community. But it just seems like, driving around, and I mean, I guess that's the thing. You always see somebody, hard-working construction workers and cleaners and landscapers, and everybody's out all day long cutting the grass, putting in plants. The entranceways of the Villages, they're replacing plants. So I'd rather pay an amenity fee for that and have a beautiful place to look at for the rest of my life. Nice flowers, no rocks, no stones, no acorns, no branches in the middle of the road. So I could ride my bike, I could ride my golf cart, I could ride my scooter, I could ride your car, in the road. So, no trash and, things like that. So that's important to me. I don't know. That's just me. I'd rather have a nice, clean, safe environment. Go about my day, milling about, do some people watching at the squares. Some people say, yeah, you get, in the beginning, it's all, like Disneyland, Disney World. Yeah, that's true, but it's what you make of it. I mean, I'm sure there were people down there that we met that were down there for 20 years, and they were still at the square. They go to the square 3 or 4 times a night. They go out to dinner and spend time with each other. That's another thing. You're spending time with your significant other, a lot more to going to the square, or you're going out in the golf cart. That's something where if you're back home and you're both working full time, you don't do enough of, and you should. That's family. So that's what I look forward to. Me and my wife were out and about all day long, all night, and it was just so beautiful, stress-free. It was an amazing time. We went out to dinner. We went and checked out the rec centers. We went and sat down and had nice meals, talked to a bunch of people, went out with friends, and there was no looking at your watch or checking your emails. So, I mean, when you have full-time stressful jobs or what have you, then yeah, it's a little different, obviously, but, that's another thing too, your camaraderie, you're going out with your fellow villagers, or you're going to your individual clubs to hang out and, stuff like that. So there is so much to experience. And like I said, there's people down there. The one guy on the bench said, I went to bed at 62 and I woke up at 84. Where did it go? He was with his little poodle on the bench at Lake Sumter. What a nice guy, awesome guy, amazing, great advice. Said, look, man, if you get down here, I get down here sooner rather than later. Don't wait. Don't worry about it. What are you going to do? Put it under your pillow? He was having a great time just sitting there on the picnic bench overlooking the lake. And he said, that's his pride and joy, the dog. He had a little bowl there. We were just talking with him for a half hour, just picking his brain. He moved from up north, came down there many years ago. He loves it. He lived in the area, in the villages there, and said, he wouldn't trade it for anything. So, there's a lot of people like that. People, even, around, all types of ages, in their 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, whatever have you, enjoying their time at the square, walking around. Like I said, it's basically what you make of it. But, I mean, all the things at your fingertips for the amenity phase, really, so much to do and see. And then look what they built. They're building, Eastport. That's going to be just another thing added for you to enjoy. So I know I'd spend a lot of time at Eastport when we get down there. Probably by the time, figure about another year and a half or a year and a quarter or whatever have you, we'll still be, they're going to be building out for a long, long time. I mean, 20 years they have land for it. They have land for many years. So, but I can't see that we'll be too far from Eastport. So, I mean, that'd be amazing. And then you're still about, from Eastport to Brownwood, I think it's about 8 miles, 7, 8, 9 miles, somewhere around there, depending where you're at. So, you got the flavor of Eastport, you got Brownwood, still. But just to live in that area there, and then it'll be built up in a couple of years, so sure they'll have, all types of different stores down towards Eastport. Middleton is building up itself, so, but, all the people down towards Eastport, or, everything's, the brand new villages is opening up. that's where you'll meet most of your new friends and stuff. So, but just goes back to that, yeah, the amenity fee probably will keep rising a little bit, right? I mean, everybody always says that every January. Be another video coming out. Well, they went up $5, went up $9, $10. But I guess that's, how you look at it, right? Everything's going up prices, right? So, you know what? With all the stuff and how clean everything is, it's what I enjoy, is how safe it is and clean. And, how everybody keeps their houses and their lawns and their driveways and, everything. I mean, from what you see, it just looks so nice. So, just another little driving rambling on our way here, and I guess we'll check you out next time. Maybe it'll be sunny next time. Who knows? And stay tuned. And we'll have more information when we do get down there. Boy, I know one thing's for sure. We'll have to do a live stream. Got almost 500, and I think it was 525 subscribers. Wow. So maybe by the time we get down there, we could have 600 or 700, 750 again. Who knows? We'll see. We're itching along. So please, like, share, subscribe to the Vibe. Tell your friends. Hope you're enjoying the content. Something different, There's a lot of great people out there that do so much good work and good boots on the ground down there. So there's a lot of good YouTubers that have some great information and videos down there. Appreciate them. Really good times. And so we'll check you out. Until next time, we'll have to do one thing's for sure. If we do go when we think we're going, boy, that'll be some fun live stream. That'll be kind of cool. We'll have to do a live stream from one of the squares with the music and stuff. And, hopefully you'll join along and you can dance at home, you can do whatever, that'll be cool. We'll have a whole party, and we'll see what happens with that. Like I said, we're looking into that, so stay tuned. So have a great Wednesday. Enjoy. Here we are, May 14th, 2025. Until the next time, we'll see you then. Bye-bye.